Same old stool, same old chrome and shatter. Coat on the hook like it doesn't even matter. Door swings wide and the night just steps aside when that first cup smiles at me. Morning brew at Tommy Stigs, where the troubles come in small and the dreams pour out in big. Sugar on the counter, laughs floating over the rugged. Life feels large and lovely from a little porcelain mug.
See, they go between mug and cup.
Frank on the box, humming low in the corner. Steam writes my name on the glass by the order. Jokes with the boss about yesterday's close call. He says, kid, you made it, you're here. That's all.
You better believe it. We are here, babe.
Morning brew at Tommy Stigs, where the worries shrink to crumbs on the plate beside the figs. Stories in the sunlight,
beautiful,
stirring slow with every shrug. Yeah, life feels large and lovely from a little porcelain mug. Out on the avenue, they chase their noon.
Hello, Zelda. Good morning.
I got time on a spoon and a second cup too. Oh yeah, if the world goes fast, let it pass, let it spin.
I'll be right here, Susie.
I'll be right here where my day begins. Morning brew at Tommy Stigs, where the city takes a breath and the heart learns gentle gigs, quiet conversation and a wink, a nod, a shrug. Yeah, life feels large and lovely from a little porcelain mug. Just me and my view,
and me and you,
and that first
and a grateful heart,
cool
baby.
And new.
A grateful heart.
Another beautiful day coming up from a little porcelain cup.
All right, we are on this wonderful platform known as YouTube. Now, I got a little problem today. Before I address the chat, I got a little bit of a problem today. We may have an issue today with background noise. Now, I got a good microphone on, but I have a cricket. Hey, teacher, I have a cricket. What do you want me to do? No, dogs are better than people, Bambi. It's bad when your dog is more No, dogs are the best. Dr. Mark, yes, there is a Kawfee song. And it is a great song by Frank Sinatra. Did you sing it, sir? They got 1 million tons of coffee in Brazil? That's what it is called, Dr. Mark. I am good, and I hope that you are well. We are blessed with this platform called YouTube, the best invention since Windex. There's nothing like it in the world. Your space is what you make of it. And we're making this space positive. We ain't changing nothing. I heard a cricket in my kitchen this morning. Uh-oh, sweetie. Polak, good morning. Can you hear the cricket in the background? Can you give me a yes or a no if you hear the cricket? If you don't hear the cricket, this high-tech Zelda, this high-tech microphone is actually working if you don't hear the cricket. I hear the cricket. What? You don't hear it. How much more luck do I need, Bambi? How much more good luck do I actually? Well, you know what? Not luck. Determination, dedication, showing up. I don't know if there's any luck involved in that, Pete Rizzo. I have no idea. Spatara, you here? Nino's here, coming in from downtown New York City. Don't jinx it. But I don't get down on the shortfalls. You know what I mean, Bambi? I consider every negative punch thrown at me in life as an opportunity. I don't complain. I just bury the problem, squash it. I squash the obstacles. I've been doing that since I was born. Catch him and then flower him. What? Who's here, Joseph? Who's here? Stephen Marvinello? The cricket is gone. No, it's right here. Bambi, I consider all negatives that come my way as a blessing as well. You got to take the bad, the good, the bad, all of that stuff. No. You'll never hear me say, oh, that happened to me. No. The opportunity happened to me to make something positive out of this situation. I love being an underdog. It's the best. Hey, Serenity Prayer, ladies and gentlemen. There's Joseph Pastor. Pastor. Asada Treats, good morning to you, sir. Hope that you are well today. Hope you're doing well today. Tell you what you can do to make your own videos. That's really simple. Yes. Brian, I thought you were traveling, Brian. And the underboss is here today. I see her. Always root for the underdog. 100%. I love being the underdog. This YouTube is a grind, and I absolutely love it. I embrace the journey. The journey has been embraced. I love it. It's a joy. My YouTube experience has been nothing but a pleasure. I have no what do you call it? I love it. I think it's a great thing. Take a picture of your cat. Yes, do it. Pete Rizzo, for me, this YouTube thing, it's incredible. 102 comments were up there before I logged in. How did that happen? Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand something, Susie? Hey, teacher, check this out. You made it. You're here, that's all. But you're here today. Bill C is here today. 102 comments before I push the button. How am I supposed to catch up with that? Tell me. You tell me that. How am I supposed to catch up with something like that? Bambi, it's impossible. Yet we show up every day. We do this thing called YouTube, and here we go. Today we're talking Don Vito Genovese, RoboCop. I got some great messages yesterday. Some compliments on your social club, guys. You guys are getting some good compliments on your content that you're doing here. It's not me, it's us. Understand? There is no me here. This is not the me channel. This is us. Oh, Brian, you don't hear anything? Brian, you hit your mute button then. Dr. Mark, can you hear me, sir? Bambi, can you hear me, young lady? We got shadows going on. Let me know. Bill C, we prayed for you all week, Bill C, leading up to Friday, as you do know. You may have seen or you may not have seen. That's okay. Sound good. Yeah, Brian, it might be you, pal. Bambi, you all from your phone. Audio is fine, Joey P says. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate that. All clear in the sound booth, Stigs. I love it. My sound director. Look at her. Good morning, Osada from Susie. Brian, try refreshing. There you go. Bambi will help you out. Bambi's feeling good as of yesterday. Breakfast time. I'll try to my man, manjada. What are you having? Little pancakes with the cannoli cream? Susan, when someone makes eggplant, you either use breadcrumbs or you use flour and then you pan fry it or bake it. Very simple. Dr. Mark, do you take I take off the skin. Full tank 96. What are you doing back here? Yeah. How did you find your way back here? Full Tank 96. Can you tell everybody, please, what your former name was? That is up to you to do that. Yeah. You're good, Tommy. I got you loud and clear. Thank you, Dr. Mark. Now, the ADHD, I just forgot my last question to you. I have no apologies for this. You have to accept me for what I am, or you gotta, it's not your place. Dr. No, I don't mean for you, I mean in general, not you specifically, Dr. Mark. But I was addressing you. I got off track for 2 seconds and I can't get back to what I was talking to you about. I apologize for being disabled. I got to apologize for a disability that I have. What do you want me to tell you? You know me by now. This is the ADHD Network. Dr. Mark, can you imagine? You see what just happened to me, Dr. Mark? I was telling you something. You made a comment. I read the comment and I forgot what I was telling you. Polak, you know what I'm saying? Cuz. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. What do you want me to tell you? This is me. Yes, I always take off the skin and then... Okay, the skin. I'm sorry. See, you got me right back. Okay. Take off the skin. You can use breadcrumbs, but you can't fry in olive oil. That's the main thing. You want me to show you how to make eggplant? Forget about it. Tell me, I'm always on the move. It's a mystery where I'm going. That's beautiful, Brian. That is freedom. God bless the world. God bless America. God bless you. It's a beautiful thing. Yes, I did ask. Did Full Tank have a name previous to Full Tank? Possibly yes, possibly no. I don't remember. I just got 2 eggplants, and I'm sure I got 2 yesterday out of our garden. Yes, I got 2 eggplants yesterday, Zelda. We're cooking them today. So I could tell you in 3 minutes if you want to take notes, or I could do a video illustrating. Maybe I'll do a video too as well. We are on the 242nd consecutive Coffee Talks with Tommy Stigs. We're going to talk Don Vito Genovese, ruthless, loyal, a whole bunch of things. You got me on that one. I have no idea, Sweet Tea, about male and female eggplant. I plant this. I think there might be a difference. Tommy, I love a video of eggplant. Okay, let me see if I could do it today if we're going to make the eggplant. I got 2 nice eggplants. I got a bigger one and a smaller. I'm not a big flat. You like the skin on? That's fine. That's no problem. I don't like the skin on. I like the skin off. Everybody's different. There's no right or wrong. To each his own. A preference is a preference. I don't like the skin, to be honest with you, because, Joseph, we skin it and then we soak it to get that acid out. Yeah, Nino likes the skin off. It's a conversation amongst the Italians for many, many years and generations about the skin. I'm not a fan of the skin. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. This week I'm going to finish my vacation in Italy. Next is England. Zelda, another recipe is there's recipes everywhere, Susie. To make it less bitter, that's what it is. Now, if you have acid problems, eggplant's not the food for you. Try zucchini with small seeds. If you have either diverticulitis or you have acid reflux, eggplant's not it's not for you. I don't know if we got shadows going on because we got the sun up already. I'm usually on before sun up. I came on late today. You can make a dip. There's so much you can do, Susie. I'm not a fan of eggplant, only eggplant fried. Me. Anyway, we all love food, Bambi. What are you going to do? Shall we talk Don Vito? We may have some interesting facts in here about Don Vito. Don Vito. Now, I came on late today because this is YouTube. I say it every day. This is YouTube. This is an extension of life. It's not life, it's an extension of life. That's how we're going to look at this thing called YouTube. This is an extension of life, a wonderful part of life, not the focus, the center of life. I don't ponder ideas and think about things I'm going to say and do. Like I said, I don't want to say it again, but all I do is drop in there a couple of things in a spreadsheet, This I planned probably 2 weeks ago. I probably put Vito Genovese's story together. I spend a total of approximately 3 minutes preparing for every show. There will never be a day where I have to think of a topic for tomorrow. I will never do that. I can't. It goes against the way I view YouTube, Bambi. Dr. Mark, it just goes against, I won't do work. No, this is an extracurricular activity, a hobby, an incredible platform that they gave us for free. We are totally blessed. We are 100% blessed with this thing called social media and YouTube, if you use it in a good way, depending on how you use it, Bambi. Zelda, you see, your YouTube and your social media experience all depends on you, what you choose to do with it. You can act a fool or you can appreciate it. I sincerely appreciate this thing. That's how I feel about it. Once it's not fun, it is time to be done. Once I have to watch my numbers, watch other people's numbers, see what such and such is doing. No. I got to explain to you something, and this is a fact. I said this to you yesterday morning. When I log off YouTube after my show, I very rarely get back to it for the rest of the day until the next day. I just totally removed YouTube from my life, and it's exhilarating. Now, Bambi might send me a message if you want to check this one out, right? Osada might send a video, check this one out. ALV might send something. But as far as being in chats and all of that, I don't need to occupy time watching shows on YouTube. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I'm approaching this thing. And it's working out beautifully. What a quality day I had yesterday. I didn't even look at YouTube. I don't think I looked at YouTube once yesterday. I feel like I want to unsub to everybody I'm sub to. Notifications are virtually gone because I don't need notifications. Here's how I made a little bit of a change, Bambi. Check this out. Susie, this is crazy. I know it's crazy. Hey, teacher. Now, y'all still if I go to the YouTubes and I open it, you're still in the scroll. You're still in the scroll, obviously. Something I have interest in. YouTube will recommend it. But I feel like this. Cody 3X. Check this out. I feel like this. If Susie is somebody I want to watch, I will go to Susie's channel, see what Susie has upcoming. And if I feel that Susie's topic is something that I would enjoy, I will go to it. I'm not just going to Susie's to hang out. I'm not interested in that. Take it as you will. Do what you want to do with it. I don't know what to tell you. That's my new YouTube environment. I feel it's gratifying that way. Because like I said many, many times there, Cody, if I knew Arthur Fonzarelli was on at 7:30 on Tuesday, I will be in front of the TV at 7:30 on Tuesday. Right? Hey, teacher, you understand? We knew what time Dance Fever was coming on Saturday night. We were in front of the television. Dr. Mark, we wanted to see Dance Fever or American Bandstand or WWF on Saturday morning or Davey and Goliath or whatever it was, the electric company, whatever it was, Joey P. What did we do? The programming was so desirable for us that we're going to be there when the show starts, ready, waiting, with a glass of water, a bowl of popcorn. So check it out. Hey, teacher, this is how I'm approaching my YouTube now. And it's working out beautifully. My brain is not being polluted. I don't need a place to hang out. I don't need a place to hang out. I hang out all day with people. Yeah, I didn't come here to find people to hang out with. I came here to add to life, Joey. You know what I mean? Tell me I sent you a message, emails with my music videos. Do you ever get to view Dr. Mark? You see all my likes on your videos? Maybe not in the last week I haven't hit the likes, but I hit the likes on yours. I love the hat. I love the hat you wear. Dr. Mark, come on. I need to explain to you again. This is the ADHD in me. I hit the love button. And they're short enough where I can watch them. So the answer, Dr. Mark, would be a check mark with a yes. Call me. I have sent you a pic of someone. Yes, I got him. Yes. Now, where are you going to get 30 people talking about absolutely nothing? Nothing. But today we have a topic. On Sunday, we have Cosa Nostra conversations. Now, can you call this a conversation? I don't know if you can call this a conversation. It's a sermon. Brian, it's just pumping out data to you, and you do what you will with it. So right now, we're going to get into Don Vito Genovese. I have, if I feel like getting to it today, Joey P., I do have, Cody, good morning to all. Last Sunday, no NFL football until February, so I couldn't give a rat's ass about the NFL. Football means absolutely nothing to me. Are you talking about football right there? I'll follow the Giants a little bit. I'll follow the Steel Curtain a little bit, and then I'll follow the Super Bowl, but only for the carbs. I'll be at the Super Bowl only for the carbohydrates. It's a party. It's a great reason to get together. Gabish? Use football as a reason to get together. Your New York Giants are playing, and you're from New York. You're from Buffalo. Your Buffalo Bills are playing. You're from Buffalo. Have a little party. Make some quality time out of this NFL. That's what you can do. Sunday is a beautiful day to spend time with people, family, friends. On Sundays, football Sunday. My friend, basically my brother Rocco makes a pot of gravy this big. This big. Rocco, where's Gerard Sorcelli? Your cousin makes a pot of gravy this big. Pete Rizzolo. He makes a pot of gravy this big. Hey, teacher, he throws everything in. Sausage, braciole, meatballs, pepperoni, the neck bone, spare ribs. He throws it all into gravy. And maybe about 20 of my friends go to Rocco's. And it's football Sunday. About this big. A big pot of gravy. We say put on a pot of gravy. I don't know. Well, let me tell you. I was talking to Spitaro about this yesterday. Pig's feet, spare ribs, agorga, the whole fucking thing. Bambi, that is funny you say that because the price of making the gravy has gone up. This is correct. Tommy, how big? This big. Yes, NFL football. I see football as a great teacher of life. I love the unity. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, Susie. Cody, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly. No pepperoni? You don't like the pepperoni, huh? Polak, some people throw in the pepperoni. I kind of like it. Throwing a little nicer piece of pepperoni. All right, let's get into Don Vito. Let's see what this is all about. I don't even need a topic, Susie. This is crazy. Angelica, I don't even need a topic. Angelica. Because I was with somebody last night. What do you want me to do? That was their granddaughter's name. Yeah. Not in the gravy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised how good it is. The pepperoni in the gravy is really good. Give it a shot. So, Angelique, you can't hear the cricket, right? I'm serious. The way food up. Yeah, I got a topic about that this morning in my show. Angelique. Yes. Can you hear the cricket? Let me know. All right, let's get into Don Vito. Let's see what Don Vito's all about. Here we go. Come on. 37 seconds. Warm up that coffee. It's showtime. It's go time. Listen to me. Okay, let me do this right. All right, listen. Okay, welcome to the... Let me do this right. Because this one may be on a... you may be watching this right now on an edited version of the story of Don Vito Genovese. Okay? Yes. We're going to talk about Don Vito Genovese. Now, if you are watching this on the replay, great. Hit subscribe if you like the vibe. I am not a content creator. I actually have no idea what I'm doing over here. But I got coffee, I got the Serenity Prayer, and I have a live crew that's watching right now. You might not be watching with the live crew. I got Joey P, I got Cheech, I got Bambi, I got Muff 27, I got Susie, I got the Underboss, I got Hey Teacher, Angelique, Dr. Mark, Brian Cavossier, the list, Pete Rizzolo, the list goes on and on and on. If you're hearing these names, ladies and gentlemen, it's because you're watching a replay. You're watching a replay of a live show. And the reason I might do that is because some of the shows do get blocked. They do get taken down for copyright issues. But we're going to get right into this story about Don Vito Genovese. All right, there is his little thumbnail that I made right there. We're going to see what the story's all about. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Here we go. 37 seconds. Get ready.
It's the Tommy Stigs Show in 3, 2, 1.
Don Vito Genovese. Now, if you look up on there, you'll see live. Again, I will say you might not be watching this on the live. However you're watching this is how you're watching this. Get out your popcorn. Listen to a guy that has no idea what he is doing except having a good time, living by that serenity prayer and having coffee right here on YouTube. I got my notes right there, which means I'm going to go on Avatar so that I can read my notes about Don Vito Genovese, the timeline of Don Vito, a ruthless Italian-born American mobster who rose alongside Lucky Luciano to help shape New York's modern mafia. What? He eventually became the head of the powerful Genovese crime family. Early life and rise to power. Let's start out with some origins here, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. We're going with 1897. He was born in Campania, Italia. 1912, he immigrated to the United States with his family, settling in New York City. What? The 1920s, he joined forces with Charles Lucky Luciano, engaging in bootlegging, extortion, and murder during what we know as Prohibition. Crazy time in the country. 1931, he helped orchestrate the murders, of the rival bosses Giuseppe Massaria and Salvatore Maranzano, cementing the modern five-family structure with Luciano as boss and Don Vito Genovese as underboss. Exile in fascist Italy. Okay, I'm not looking at the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you want to hold the chat, unless you guys are chatting with each other. I can't entertain the chat while I read off the data. This is the part of the show that I do that, if you're here with me live. If you're on the replay, it makes no difference, you see, whatsoever. So, 1937, Don Vito Genovese, later to become Don Vito Genovese, he flees. Oh, okay. 1937, he fled back to Italy to avoid a pending murder charge in New York City. 1938 to 1943, he bribed and allied with Benito Mussolini's fascist regime. That's not okay. Financing projects and running a massive black market as well as a narcotics operation. So we started out as a demon of poison distribution. He really teamed with Mussolini? That's terrible. 1944, arrested by the United States Division in Italy, the investigation division, where he had briefly worked as an interpreter and extradited back to the United States to face murder charges. 1946, he was freed after the chief prosecution witness was died before trial. His prosecutor was poisoned and he died. Damn. Unbelievable. Taking the Crown and Downfall, 1951 to 1957. Don Vito Genovese schemed to take over the family from Frank Costello, ordering an assassination attempt on Costello in 1957. And that is when Costello stepped down. Wow. He hosted a disastrous. Now, he was listen to me. Not many people know this, but Don Vito orchestrated Appalachian. Some say Appalachian. Let's read a little bit more of our data. We're going to go into the Appalachian. Again, we're all over the place with the data. There's no structure to this show. If you're looking for structure and Anything serious? You're at the wrong place. This is Coffee Talk. We dip into a little bit of the situation and the individual. That's all we do. Oh my God. Hosted the disastrous Appalachian meeting in upstate New York, which was raided by police and exposed a national syndicate. In 1959, he was convicted of federal narcotics trafficking charges and sentenced to 15 years in prison. Interesting. I'm not a fan. 1959, yeah, 15 years. 1963, continued running his crime syndicate from inside federal prison. Even as mobster Joseph Valachi testified before Congress and publicly revealed the inner workings of the American Mafia. 1969, the year that yours truly, Tommy Stigs, was born, Don Vito dies of a heart attack in Springfield, Missouri. He died in a cage. Okay, we got the Valachi years. Now, I don't know if I want to go through that yet. Let's go through a couple of fun facts. So we kind of break this categorically. We go into a couple of 3 categories. We do fun facts, we do sad facts, and then we add some other notes that we feel might be of interest or a point of discussion. Just a couple of things that I put in the spreadsheet to go over. Like I said, I spend about 5 minutes preparing for a show. I hear people saying they spend hours and hours and hours working on a show. I will not do that. That's not what I'm doing here. This is Coffee Talk with a bonus conversation. That's all this is. All right, let me see here. Fun facts about Vito Genovese, a ruthless New York City mafia boss nicknamed Don Vitone. Despite his violent life, his criminal career featured bizarre twists, including befriending Benito Mussolini in Italy, running his crime syndicate from a prison cell, and having his wife testify against him in court. If you saw Alto Nights, you'll understand, because this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Running his crime syndicate from a prison cell and having his wife testify against him. Did you hear me? Strange exile and fascist connections. Feline friend of Mussolini, fleeing a murder charge in 1937, he moved to Italy and became a close friend to dictator Benito Mussolini. Fascist patron. He donated $250,000 to build a fascist party with headquarters in local Italian town, and even had Mussolini award him an official Italian honor. Black market boss. During World War II, he worked comfortably with the United States military occupation authorities in Italy as a black market kingpin before authorities realized who he was and sent him back to America. Man, this guy had balls. He was everywhere. Bizarre downfall and feuds of Don Vito. The poker murder. He once murdered a man named Ferdinand Boccia just because he won a high-stakes poker game and Genovese didn't want to split the profit. He killed his poker partner because he didn't want to split the profits. What? Wife as a rebel. His wife, Anna Genovese, grew tired of his control while he was exiled in Italy. When she ran Greenwich Village drag and gay bars, and the mob tried to cut her out of the profits, she shocked the underworld by testifying against her husband in open court during divorce proceedings. Man. Running the prison empire. Convicted of federal drug charges, he spent his final decade in federal prison. True to his nickname, Boss of Boston, he kept running the powerful Genovese crime family from inside, famously cultivating a garden of prison guards and chatting with fellow inmate Vincent the Chin Gigante. He died behind bars. What are you going to do? Oh, he finally met his end from a heart attack at the medical center in federal prison in Springfield, Missouri on Valentine's Day, the year that I was born. Some sad facts about Don Vitone. Wife's rebellion. You piss a woman off, you got a problem. While Genovese was hiding in Italy during the 1940s, his wife, Anna Genovese, openly testified in court against him and filed for divorce after he abandoned and threatened her, a profound humiliation in the traditional mafia world. Turning on friends. He attempted to assassinate his longtime associate, Frank Costello, in 1957, just to seize control of the organized crime family known as the Genovese crime family, shattering decades of partnerships. ordering hits on allies. He routinely had close associations. Wow. Look, he had close associations with a lot of people. Damn. He routinely had close associates or partners killed if he suspected they wanted a larger share of profits or power. Okay, let's talk about betrayal. Now, this might be something that you guys don't know about. But let me explain to you something before we go any further, Miss Bambi. Hello, Brooklyn. Hey, teacher. Before we get to the next topic, I don't know where the illusion is or delusion, Zelda. These are live chat people I'm talking to. If you're on the replay, you're not going to see these. Hold on a minute, Nino. Let me get a sip of coffee. When they say betrayal within the life is built on betrayal. Do you not understand? The life is built on betrayal. There's no honor. Where do you get that there's honor in that life? Where do you come up? Men of honor? Who labeled them men of honor? Themselves, the self-proclaimed men of honor. Where do you call these people men of honor, Mark Infazino? Where? What honor are you talking about? The only honor I would say are the men that stand up, accept what they signed up for, and take it to the death, like the John Gottis of the world and the Don Carlos of the world. But to get to that point, there is dishonor. There's disloyalty. There's rule breaking. This is part of the game. It's not okay. Stop with that bullshit. Men of honor, what? How do you respect these? How do you look up to these people? How? I look up to you if you take it to the gate. No doubt 100% you're a stand-up guy. You had what's coming, and you take it to the gate to your death. Yes, honorable, because you took it. You took your medicine. You knew it was coming. Eventually, you signed up for something that you killed one of your brothers to get there. You killed one of your brethren to get there. So there's no honor in this. Stop with that bullshit. People look up to these people. They have idols. They're idols. These are idols to you. What went wrong in your life that you went idolize these individuals? Again, you get respect for taking it to the door, taking it right to St. Peter when he decides when you get up there. This is yes. I'll give you that. You can look up to, oh my God, look up to any of these people. You got to be out of your mind. You can respect these people. They're not a good example of how life is supposed to be lived. No, they are not. Get that through your thick skulls. Where does this come from? Where does this delusion come from? Who raised these people? Who raised these people? Unbelievable. Honor. Respect. You get it. You signed up for something. If you took an oath, you took an oath, and you took it to the gate. No matter who betrayed you, no matter what happened. Yes, you do go in a jail cell and they give you nothing. Yes. So you feel bad about it, and then you turn on them? Disgrazia di animali. You understand? So, why don't you honor some really, really successful individuals in your culture? Some real people that made a difference in this world. Do you know what's the thing with the presidents that are carved into the Mount Rushmore? That was carved by an Italian. Respect that individual. An Italian never named, carved out Mount Rushmore. And you got people looking up to these guys? No. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. No. I don't even know his name. It's nowhere. Mustang, it's nowhere. An Italian carved out Mount Rushmore. He was the master carver. No, they didn't put his name in there. No, you can try and do a Google search. You ain't going to find it. It was an Italian. And that is who you should be looking up to. That's who you should promote into your children. Look at the impact this individual made on the world. A positive impact. Not some demon. Come on. Get real now. Shape up. Where are your morals? Where are your principles? Vito Genovese betrayed multiple mob bosses and allies throughout his criminal career to seize supreme control of his crime family. Now, here are some major betrayals of Don Vito. Damn. Joseph Massaria, alongside his partner, Lucky Luciano, Genovese helped orchestrate the assassination of his own boss, Joe Massaria, in 1931 during the Castellamarese War. Okay, we know that. Ending the old guard dominance. Salvatore Maranzano. Shortly after Masseri's death, Genovese and Luciano turned on Maranzano and had him killed to reorganize the American Mafia into the Modern Commission, which I think was a good move, by the way. Oh, listen. It is betrayal. I got to tell you, that was a good move. I'm going to go with that. That had to happen. I think. They wouldn't budge. Those two guys wouldn't budge. Yes. They wouldn't budge. I think it was in a ruthless world. I think it was a good business, possibly a good business move to get rid of the old guard. I think so. Hello, Johnny Mac. I think so. Salvatore Maranzano. After they made it into a modern commission. I guess it's okay. I guess it's all right, Muff. I don't know. I think it had to be done. To be quite honest with you, Frank Costello, driven by hunger to run a family himself. Genovese ordered a hit on acting boss Frank Costello in 1957. Although Costello survived, he knew the ruthlessness of these individuals and decided to take a step back. He stepped down. I guess that was the right thing to do. Okay? Albert Anastasia. Albert Anastasia, Genovese. See, here's the betrayal again. Here is somewhat of the betrayal. Here we got a little note here. We got Genovese. We got Albert Anastasio, aka Anastasia. It's not Anastasia. It's Anastasio. That you guys don't know, but he changed the name. He knew that he was in a demonic. You know, this Albert Anastasia changed his name. Albert Anastasia changed his name because he knew that he would stain his family one day eventually. And he said, I don't want to stain my family name. His real name is not Anastasio. It's Anastasio, I believe. You can fact check me on that. But Albert Anastasia changed his name not because he knew he was in a demonic world and he was going to stain his family's name. That's where you're at. Okay, where's our other notes over here? Albert Anastasia. Genovese conspired with Don Carlo Gambino to eliminate Anastasia, the powerful boss of the Anastasia, later Gambino crime family, clearing the path for Genovese's unmitigated dominance. This guy was ruthless. He wasn't budging. He was taking it. He was taking it all. He was being a gangster, not a racketeer. He was going straight in. And that's it. He was taking it all. Let's go into a couple of other three things, and we're done with him. This is our last. This will be our last paragraph for Don Vito. For those that are intrigued and think these are honorable men, jerk-offs, you got to be a jerk-off. Let's see if he was honorable. A smacketeer. I guess, Cheech, yeah, he was a drug dealer. There's no compassion in the heart of a drug dealer when you're sending poison out to your people. No good. Look at him. Look. And it's ironic because that family ended up being the best of all, so to speak, in a lot of different ways. It's unbelievable. Yes. But he didn't keep the name. Oh, Anastasio. Correct. Muff. Yes. Hey, Muff. I'm not sure how you found this channel, but welcome. Muff 27. MOF 27. Okay, let's see. We're going with one more paragraph. Cody 3. Excuse me. Today they are the best. Amongst the best. Okay, let's see. Mob lore and historical accounts indicate that Don Vito Genovese tipped off American authorities about his own friend Lucky Luciano's secret presence in Cuba during the famous Havana Conference in December 1946. So allegedly after plotting with Lucky Luciano, he tipped off American authorities that Lucky Luciano had illegal business in Cuba. Now he's going against Lucky Luciano. I mean, what? Come on. Honor? Don't go with the honors. The honor. Stick it up your sister's ass. Bullshit. Oh, Vito. Disappointing. He tipped off the authorities. He informed on Lucky Luciano. What are you doing? Tipped off American authorities about his dear friend Lucky Luciano's secret presence in Cuba. That's just disgusting. The conflict in Cuba, the power struggle. Genovese met with Luciano in his hotel suite and demanded that Luciano step down and let Genovese take complete control as the boss of bosses. Who the fuck are you? Oh, wait a minute. He demanded that Luciano step down and he becomes the boss of Vito. Don Vito, what's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? Now you want to go 100 years later and have honor in this life when the pioneers of that world dined each other out? Where you going here? Where you going with these people? It's unbelievable. My heroes appear on stamps, not on some fucking mafia chart. Jesus. The refusal. Lucky Luciano fiercely rejected demand and reminding Genovese that he worked for him. Oh my God. The betrayal and retaliation. Lucky Luciano suspected, and historical consensus notes that Genovese subsequently informed the United States authorities and the narcotics authorities and officials about Luciano living openly in Havana, which ultimately forced the Cuban government to deport Luciano back to Italy. Enraged by the betrayal, Lucky Luciano physically attacked Don Vito Genovese during the in-person summit. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He really was not a good man. But I will say this. It's only honor amongst thieves. No, they had no honor with each other, Joe. None. He's a betrayer and an informer. How does he end up with the best family out there on the streets today? How does that happen? See if I got anything else here. Let's see if I got anything else over here. Let's go over to the Valachi stuff. Then I got a couple of videos I'm going to show. Okay, listen. This is just. I don't know how you look up to this. So which one of these men do you look up to? Not look up to. Zelda, which one of these guys get respect? Don Vito? Lucky? Frank Costello? I'm going to go with Costello. So you got Don Vito, Don Carlo, who betrayed his own boss. Don Carlo took on the biggest mortal sin in Cosa Nostra. He killed his own boss, right? So I got to say Costello would be the one. I think I got to go with Costello. Was the most honorable amongst these guys. He didn't fight. He knew when it was time to bow out, and he did, and he respectfully went on his way. I got to go with Costello here in this story. You can do what you feel. Vito Genovese was not a good man. Lucky Luciano, I do agree that Lucky Luciano and Don Vito, they kind of set the standard for the commission. I think it was good of them. I think I'm gonna go with Frank Costello. Gets the rowlers. I think we're gonna go with Don Ciccio, Frank Costello. I think we're gonna give him the flowers. I think so, Susie. I can't give it to Don Vito, but through the years, it ended up being the best of all. Hello there, Johnny Catalano. Good to see you back. I got to go with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, who would you go with in this topic over here? Would you go with Don Vito, Don Carlo, Lucky, or Frank Costello? Who was the most honorable in this? I'm going with Frankie. Don Cheech. I got to go with Don Cheech, I think. What do you think, Bambi? Joey P. What do you think? Who do you think? Would you go with Costello for bowing down? Yeah. Oh yeah, Moff. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Don Cheech as the most honorable in this group of men here. You're gonna go with Costello, Joey P. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna say yes, Costello. Yeah, I'll go with that in this story. Let's wrap it up with Valachi. Yeah. Let's go with Valachi. Vito Genovese and Joseph Valachi. They were figures in the American Mafia whose prison conflict led to the first major public exposure of organized crime in this country. Vito Genovese, the powerful boss of the Genovese crime family, and Valachi, a low-ranking soldier, were both in prison at the federal penitentiary in Atlanta in 1962. Genovese falsely suspected Valachi of turning informant and gave him the kiss of death, placing a contract on his life. And that is because he couldn't be trusted. See, he was putting on, now he became paranoid. He accused Joe Valachi of being an informant when he himself was a dirty, slimy motherfucker. You follow me? Don Vito was a dirty, slimy bastard. And he felt something. He was putting on Joe Valachi what he actually was. Disgusting. Unbelievable. The mistaken murder. Fearing for his life, Joe Valachi, the death threat. While serving time for narcotics, Genovese targeted Valachi for death. The mistaken murder. Fearing for his life, Joe Valachi was paranoid after this because he knew what Don Vito was capable of. Valachi killed a fellow inmate whom he mistakenly believed was sent by Genovese to assassinate him. Breaking omerta. Facing life imprisonment for the killing and being abandoned by his boss, Joseph Valachi decided to cooperate with the U.S. authorities. Historical impact. The Valachi hearings in 1963, Valachi testified before the U.S. Senate, the McClellan Committee, exposing Cosa Nostra. He became the first made man to publicly break the blood oath of silence, omerta, detailing the national syndicate structure, rituals, and the existence of New York's 5 familias. All right. Official recognition. His explosive televised disclosures forced federal authorities and the FBI leadership to formally acknowledge that there is an existence, that the mafia did exist. So if you're watching this on the replay and you did enjoy this little spotlight with a little bit of an opinion, you see, when I see the betrayal, it takes me to a different level of thinking. And when I see people use these as heroes, like some superhero on their walls, you know what I mean? It's you can't put it next to. You just can't. You can't. You can respect, but they're not superheroes. They don't go next to Hulk Hogan or whoever, a superstar in your life. It's not there. Just not thing. Just not the thing. You can't do it. These are dishonorable individuals, and this story tells you exactly how ruthless and dishonorable some men can actually be. Yeah, they're not like baseball players. Can you imagine, Gianni? Trading cards they want now for mobsters. What has happened? What went wrong? I'm going to tell my son and my daughter, hey, Thomas, Toriana, look at this. These guys are people's heroes. Joey Dell shaking his head. Can you imagine the stain they put? Again, an individual that takes it to the gate gets respect. Right to St. Peter's Gate. I'll give you that. The world's gone mad. These are not honorable men. Those people are the worst. Your father that went to work every day, that's your hero. Your grandpa that went to work every day, came to this country and suffered discrimination. The worst jobs out there, in a ditch, coal mine with no mask on. Come on. No red, nothing. Those are your heroes. Not these guys. Not these guys. The working man is the hero. Look, it just goes to show you. You thought Don Vito was an honorable man. He turned out to be a disgraziato. Yep. Now, if your father and your grandfather were part of that life and they took it to the gate, sure. Respect. Honor. 100%. But if your father or your grandfather was a betrayer, like we see Don Vito, we got a little bit of a problem. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of Don Vito Genovese. Again, this is a guy here that has no idea what he is doing. I am not a content creator. None of that. It's coffee talk. Today happened to be Don Vito Genovese. And I found out some things that I didn't even know about. I found out some betrayals. What are you going to do? Hit subscribe if you like the vibe. I got to go. Ciao. For now. All right, live crew. Let's look at some videos. Let's see what we got here. Our mob talk series session, whatever you want to call it, that has ended for now. But we got some videos that we're going to show, and then we're going to get into a couple of other 3 things. I got great bullet points. I got some bullet points. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got right here. Let's see what Don Vito Genovese was going to do to Joseph Valachi. Here we go. Let's check out a little video here.
Get out of it.
What'd you get out?
Nothing but misery. As you all understand, once you're in, you can't get out.
Good evening. This is Roger Mudd. The sworn testimony you just heard came from the lips of Joseph Valachi, lips that supposedly were sealed 33 years ago when he joined America's underworld crime syndicate, Cosa Nostra. But today, before a spellbound Senate hearing, televised nationally, the 60-year-old Valachi talked in such a way that this convicted dope peddler, burglar, and murderer seemed to draw the sympathy of the crowd and the McClellan Committee. Valachi said today he was talking because he wanted revenge. But it is also possible he was talking for self-protection, because his syndicate boss, Vito Genovese, had ordered him killed as an informer. The 2 men shared a cell in the Atlanta penitentiary, and Genovese had heard from one of Valachi's co-defendants in a narcotics case that he had become an informer. One night last year, after the cell block lights had been turned off, Valachi said Genovese let him know it.
He said, sometimes you buy a barrel of apples, and one of these apples is touched.
Is touched.
Touched. Touch means a little touch. Not all rotten, but a little touch.
True. I see.
He said, that apple has to be removed, or it'll touch the rest of the apples.
What significance did that have to you?
Just shaking my head and listening to him.
I say, what significance did that have to
I
you?
was just shaking my head and listening to him.
You were shaking your head and listening. All right, go ahead.
And, in fact, I was doing it now unconsciously. As I was telling you, I was shaking my head. I just caught myself.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. That is what you were doing.
So with that, he says, I think we go to sleep. He got up and he said, grabbed my hand and he gave me a kiss.
Grabbed your hand and gave you a kiss.
He gave me a kiss.
Yeah?
So I turned around and I gave him a kiss on the other side.
Yeah?
And,
is that some ritual that goes along in your organization?
No, this is a suspicious kiss.
This is a suspicious kiss. Very well. Very well, go ahead.
So with that, I sleep on the left bottom bunk, and Ralph Wagon sleeps on the right bottom bunk. See, we have one bunk on top of the other, see. Ralph mumbled under his breath, the kiss of death.
Ralph Wagner mumbled that.
Yeah.
I see.
I ignored them.
You ignored it. Go ahead.
Naturally, I lay down and trying to figure out all night, And I even noticed he used to take peeps to see if I was asleep, because he was across me, see, Vito Genovese. Well, I must admit I was upset.
Did you know what Genovese was talking about at that time? When
Not yet.
You didn't yet know?
No.
But it had a meaning to you.
Oh, yeah. As I said,
You knew what it meant, but you didn't know why he did it. Yeah.
Well, look, an outsider got wise, Senator.
A what?
An outsider, like Ralph.
Yeah.
He got wise.
He was right.
He even was wise. So what ain't I supposed to be smart?
Yeah.
In other words...
May I ask you, Senator Curtis here suggests, and I think as well, did you at the time accept and regard that as a kiss of death?
Yeah, but that's why I say I didn't answer Ralph. That's the reason why I said that. But I didn't think the kid would get it.
You didn't think the kid would get it. But
Right.
the kid got it.
He got it. So
would it be?
how can I miss when he got it?
Yeah. All right,
Right.
I don't think you missed. But, yeah, just one other, not you. One other. Now, you're kissing him in return. Is that a practice?
It was to make him understand I was smart to him.
You were what?
Smart to him on that kiss. That's why I kissed him back.
He was smart. He understood what he meant.
You.
That morning I come out, and actually I was really at a state I didn't know what to do. I walked up and
Were
down.
you in a state of fear?
Yeah.
Afraid for your life?
I walked up and down about once, twice. I made about...
Go ahead.
I made one lap of the distance of about 4 blocks. The yard is about, I say, 4 blocks long. Then I made another lap, and then I made another one, and then on my way back, I spot Joe Beck. I could have spotted Mike Capola. I could have spotted any one of these guys. It wouldn't have made any difference to me. Well, it happened to be near a construction. And as soon as I saw him, I don't know what I thought I found.
Where were you on your way to at the time?
Well, I was on my way from walking. Now, I found him in front of me.
You found him in front of you?
In front of me, yeah.
And who was behind you?
Well, he was walking with another guy. See?
Yeah.
And right away, I saw the pipe. I grabbed the pipe, and I went to wake on Joe Beck. At least, that's what I thought it was.
You saw a man you thought was Joe Beck.
Right.
Right in front of you.
Right.
One of these that you understood were under orders to kill you.
Right.
You honestly believe that they were under orders from Genovese to kill you there in prison?
Yes, 100%. Sir.
100%.
Yes.
So when you saw Joe Beck, who you thought was Joe Beck in front of you,
Right.
you did what?
I
Killed him.
Hit him on the head with the pipe.
Killed him.
And
A piece of iron pipe from the construction job there?
Well, yeah, they were building a new industry at this particular place of the yard, you know, near the end of the ball stand, grandstand.
And you hit him with that pipe?
Yeah.
More than once?
About 3 times.
About 3 times.
Very hard.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Then what did you do?
Well, then I saw a couple of guys running towards me, but I didn't know who they were. See, in my excitement, I could see people, but I can't make them. See?
Ma disgraziato.
You were in a frenzy, I guess, at that time, weren't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to explain it, Senator. I could
You don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I could see the people. Because I must tell you that as I found out in the hole after from other inmates who these 3 people were.
You didn't know at that time, though?
No, all I know, they were rushing for me, and I rushed for them. I let go of that guy, and I rushed at them. And they rushed back. It went on like that.
You started at them with the pipe, they went back.
I went at them, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
In other words, they made about 2 attempts before the officer come over. See? Now, when the officer come over, he wanted to take the pipe off me. I don't know, you don't get this pipe. I says, I'll walk to the Associated Warden's office, but you don't take this pipe from me.
You wasn't going to let him take the pipe?
Well, I can't tell him. There's a couple of guys trying to get me.
Holy
You
shit.
didn't have time to tell him that, did you?
I think if I hand him the pipe, them guys may come at me. So every now and then I'm looking behind as I'm walking with the officer.
You walked on with the officer to where?
All the way-
Warden's office?
All the way to the Associated Warden's office.
The Associated Warden's office.
Yeah.
And then what happened about him telling you who you had actually assaulted?
He showed me a picture.
He showed you a picture. That is the Associate Warden?
Yes, I still don't remember his name. A picture he showed me, I think it was not a cup, first picture he showed me. I said to him, who's this? He says, that's the guy you intended to hit. I know, he says, that's the guy you hit.
That's the guy you hit. The first picture he showed.
And then he showed me another picture. He took that away, he said, and this is the guy you intended to hit. Well,
Is that when you first knew that you had hit the wrong man?
yes, Senator. You could imagine how I felt. I told him just lock me up after that.
You what?
I told him lock me up after that. I sank in a chair, you know.
You what?
I sank in a chair, you know. I slumped in a chair.
You slumped
Wow.
in the chair.
Yeah.
Senator McIntyre?
Joe, in view of all these disclosures to the FBI and the justice that you've made, how safe do you feel?
The way I am now. Right now.
How safe do you feel?
Now. At
Yes.
this moment, I feel fine.
How would you feel if you went back to prison?
I'll have to protect myself again, Senator. I'll have to kill or be killed again.
Would it be,
If you notice, Senator, I wouldn't say they'd kill me. I'll always fight back, Senator. If I go in prison.
would it be fair to say that if you went back to prison that you'd be a dead man?
If they got at me, I wouldn't be in there 5 minutes, Senator.
Is it usually possible for the organization to kill somebody when they're in prison? If they want to?
The truth?
Yes.
No. I think he went a little too far, Vito Genovese, in this case.
It was at this point, apparently, when Valachi thought Genovese had gone too far, that he decided to sing for protection. An FBI agent was assigned to him full-time, and the Justice Department began filling in the blanks on its chart of Cosa Nostra. This is Valachi's great value, says the department. He is the first member of Cosa Nostra publicly to confirm its existence. Senator McClellan is the questioner.
May I ask at this time, I don't care to go into details now, but when did you become a member of this organization?
1930.
In 1930. What is the name of it? It is
Cosa Nostra in Italian.
Cosa Nostra in Italian.
Our thing and our family in English.
Our thing and our family.
Ma
in English.
disgraziato.
We'll come back to that later, but that is an organization, is it?
Yes.
That requires absolute obedience
Obedience.
Yes.
and
Yes.
conformity to its policy as handed down by those in authority.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, we might ask you at this time, what are the different positions or ratings or rank in that organization? Starting at the top, what?
All right. So enough of this rat. Now look. He gets no respect or no pass for doing what he did. He was in a world of betrayal. Now, who knows if he was actually an informant or not? Nobody really knows. Because back then, you didn't have all this 302 stuff and all this other stuff. You didn't have all of this stuff. Right? The internets and all that other stuff. So there's no way to know. So maybe Don Vito did have the proper information that Valachi was a rat. There's no way to know. There's no way to know. So he gets a big thumbs down. This disgraziato animale, Joe Valachi. Yep. Does who have a 302? Uncle Chalutz, what are you talking about? From my understanding, he wasn't very bright. Yeah, well, he was a killer. Does who have a 302? Bambi, he may have been labeled correctly or he may have been mislabeled. You see, I think he was labeled correctly. I think he was probably a rat. You know why I'll say this? You know why I'll say this, Gianni, that he might have been a rat? Because nobody had things to gain by mislabeling Joe Valachi. You see, there was not a position to be taken. There was none of that. No accolades at all. Nobody in that life gets accolades. But he may have truly been an informant. There's a good possibility he was actually an informant. And he's just spewing whatever he wants to do right there. I got to say, there's a good possibility he was. Maybe Don Vito did not get the wrong information. See, Don Vito had nothing to gain by taking out Joe Valachi, nor did anyone else in the organization. He didn't have that much to offer. What Joe Valachi was a thief. Check it out, Johnny. But there was a lot of COs there's been a lot of cooperating COs. It's a cooperating witness, CW. All right. I could understand if Joe Valachi was a nickel and dime booster. He was boosting shit. He was robbing shit. He was a nickel and dime street guy. So nobody had much to gain by labeling him a rat or even taking him out. So I think he possibly was. He could have been a CI. I think so. Confidential informant. So there might be some validity there. Now he goes up here. I got to tell you, this might be factual. Don Vito probably had the right information given to him. Again, he was no threat to Don Vito. And he was basically no threat to any other street thug. Nobody has anything to gain by taking out Joe Valachi. Now, back then, you had crooked agents. You had crooked FBI agents. A lot of people were on the payroll back then. I'm going to go with a yes for Joe Valachi being a rat. I'm going to go with a yes on that. I'm going to check mark that. Again, I have no proof. And our data, this day and age, it's not like today where you can pull up somebody's 302 or whatever. You can go to these Pacer things or whatever these people pay for, and you can get the real information. So let's go with a check mark. Stigs, what's the definition of a street guy? A soldier, a guy boosting cigarettes, a guy loan sharking, bookmaking, a real street guy? It's a guy that's involved in underworld activity. That's a street guy. Street smart, that doesn't mean you're a street guy. In the terminology, street smart. I think I'm street smart. I'm not a street guy. I think I know how to navigate the streets, so to speak. I wouldn't self-proclaim myself as a street guy. That's fucking ignorant and embarrassing to my family. But I would say I have some street smart. A street guy is typically a low-level criminal, just grinding out nickels and dimes to eat. That's a true street guy. If you asked me, I'd give you my thoughts. I'm not a street guy at all, zero. I would not say to my kids I'm a street guy. Maybe at one time I was. It's the past. That's the past. That's over. There's no denying it. It's documented. What the fuck am I going to do? I can't lie about it. I can't lie about the things I've done. It's there. You could look deep and find this shit. If you really look deep, you can find actual situations. If you want to go deep and find my discoveries and shit, you're going to see. Met such and such, this and that over there, and this and this, did this. I would just say, no, I'm not a street guy. I am, so to speak, street smart. Possibly, I guess you could say I know how to navigate through the streets. But so to answer your question, Bill C., the label of a street guy is a guy boosting cigarettes, so to speak. Knockaround guy is a really good term, Gianni. That's used quite often. Knockaround guy is a great one. But in order to be called a knockaround guy, you got to partake in illegal activities. A street guy typically is someone that partakes somewhat in illegal activities. Does that answer your question there? Whoever asked that one? I would be embarrassed for my kids to hear me say, I'm a street guy. I'm not no damn street guy. I'm a working man. Can I navigate? Do I know what to look for? Am I street smart? I'm not going to even say that. I know what I can do. Right? I know what I am. But knockaround guy is a great term that has been used over the years by many. Mr. Cody. Me, Cody, you're blacked in Chicali's chat. Joey P, do you go into those shows? Those rat shows? Do you entertain? Do you go there to some of those, Joey P? No criticism, just curiosity. Do you go into those rat channels or no? Who's one of his mods? Who's one of his mods? Yes, Mr. Pastore. I like Dom, but his followers are like a weird cult. Cody, this whole YouTube things. Two bust balls, you go into the rat chats? Fuck them. Abuse them. I'm not criticizing you, Joey P. You do what you feel. To call out liars? Sure. Fuck them. Fuck them where they breathe. So, Joe Velacci, you're another disgraziata. You get nothing. There's no flowers coming for you. Chicali is a bad crash out. Johnny, I said it this morning when I opened up the show. I don't know much about YouTube right now. I basically watch almost zero YouTube after I do my show. Really? Yeah. All right. Now, I need a woman over here. Maybe the hey teachers of the world. Hey teacher, what do you want to do here, girl? Do we get Catholic or we get demonic? I have two Machiavelli minutes this morning. What would you like to do? 2 Machiavelli minutes and 1 Catholic minute. What would you like to do? Any of the young ladies, the distinguished women in this chat. What you want? Tell me, I see the clips. I'm shaking, telling Joey he's going to prison. Why is he going to prison, Joey? Joey Molino? For what? Shaking, telling Joey he's going to prison? Why? He's not under indictment or anything. What are you talking about? He's not even forbidden. He has no restrictions. He's not on a lifetime federal watch or anything. Zero. Joey's free to do whatever Joey wants to do. Go wherever he wants to go. Now, this guy is a rat. Hello, Big Bones. Hold on. This guy is a rat now. Guys, you're talking about this. Remember something. He has a handler. Now, I want to tell you something. I'm going to break this to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain to you something what's going on. A lot of these YouTubers, hello, Patty Daly. A lot of these YouTubers in their genre, intentionally, guys on the street are giving them wrong information and they watch them do the shows as if they have fact that they're talking to true guys on the street. I know that this is happening. Ain't nobody watching this show, so this ain't news to nobody except this group right here. Let me explain to you one more time what's going on. How do I know? Because I fucking know. There are street guys talking to rats, intentionally giving them what they think is fact on the street, when it is, in fact, the total opposite. And then they watch them do a show, and they fucking laugh at them. Look at this jerk off taking our word for it, doing a show that Joey Bag of Donuts is the new boss, right? And Louis Batts is not. But Louis Batts is the boss. It's a disinformation campaign. It's done intentionally. You don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. It's fucking hysterical. It's intentional. It's on purpose, these stupid asses. So if they're telling the chiclet that Joey's about to get indicted, guess what they're doing? They're watching him make a fool of himself. And then the guys that gave the information are sitting back, look at this jerk off, fucking listening to us. We're going to really tell him what's going on? This fucking idiot? And that could go for any mob YouTuber, whatever the fuck they do. See, they're not very bright. Hence the names, Chiclet, and this, that, the other thing. He doesn't even know I'm the one who gave him the name. I gave him the name Chiclet. They don't even know who I am, which is great. I got him out of that space. Bazzo. But, Gianni, don't you see the move? Susie, you see the move? They literally go on and talk about things they were told by guys on the street. It's fucking beautiful to watch. And here's the guys watching. Look at this jerk off. Watch. Look at his thumbnail coming up later. Look at this jerk off. What he's going to say. He's going to say what we told him. It's a Machiavelli. There you go. No, it's a Machiavelli move, but we're not going with Machiavelli first. We are going to pray first. That's what we're going to do. It's Sunday. Let's get a little prayer in before we get demonic. If you don't mind, I would appreciate that. I would love to do this. Everybody, settle in for a little prayer. Let's go.
He speaks of the blessed ones, faithful lives we've told for our heart. To Stigs, Catholic minute, reading so.
Okay, now we're starting off a new week today. Believe it or not, Sunday is, you can say, the start of a new week. We're starting with fresh blessings, a fresh start. Wipe all your sins away. Start off this Sunday in a beautiful, positive way like we did here this morning. And let's get our prayer on. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Bill C., hey teacher, anybody out there that lost a parent? We're starting fresh today, okay? Make that sign of the cross. I know, Bill C., Friday was your day. Hey, teacher, a month or so ago. And anybody that lost someone close to them, a parent, a friend. Tomorrow is a new day. Today, you just coast through the day, get through it. Sundays are tough days when you lose family members. That's 100% fact. Sundays are the toughest days when you lose family members. Typically, you visit, you used to see them. How do you say it? Extended conversation with people that you don't typically catch up with, because Sunday you might have more time to do the catching up. I don't know. On August 30th, the general Roman calendar of the Catholic Church commemorates St. Felix and Adoctus, early Christian martyrs. Additionally, depending on local and traditional calendars, August 30th marks the feast days of several other notable saints and blessed, such as St. Felix, Roman martyr, who was beheaded in 303 during the persecution of the emperor. Saint Jean Jugan, Saint Mary of the Cross, foundress of the Little Sisters of the Poor, who dedicated her life to caring for the elderly poor. Nice. Saint Fiadre, a 7th century Irish hermit and traditional patron saint of gardeners as well as florists. That's a beautiful one. And Saint Pamatias, a 4th century Roman senator friend to Saint Jerome, who turned his wealth into a life of intense charity as well as building hospitals. So there you go. You have a really, really nice Catholic calendar, a Catholic message today. So, as always, we send our prayers out to those that do need it. We kept a nice 25, 30 strong today. Not so bad for someone that has no idea what he's doing. Not so bad. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's go with I got 2 Machiavelli minutes. I don't know why. We got 2 messages today. Are you ready for some Machiavellianism? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what Machiavelli tells us on this Sunday, the last Sunday in August, 2026.
Tommy Stigs explores the sinister mind of Niccolo Machiavelli. I step inside where the cold truth cuts so carefully. Tommy Stigs explores the sinister mind of Niccolo Machiavelli.
Now, Machiavelli can be considered demonic. What do you want me to tell you? Let's see what this 2 Machiavelli minutes for this morning are. Niccolo Machiavelli strongly condemned the use of threats without action, viewing a threat without action as a profound failure of strategy that actively weakens a leader's position. In both The Prince and the Discourses on Levy, he argued that issuing a threat without immediately executing it is an act of foolishness. Why threats without action fall and fail? According to Niccolo Machiavelli, empty threats and delayed aggression cause two primary strategic blunders. They do not weaken the enemy. Words alone do not reduce an opponent's physical or political power. They eliminate the element of surprise. An explicit threat puts your opponent on notice, giving them a clear warning of your hostile intentions. They make the enemy more cautious. Instead of intimidating the adversary into submission, an empty threat forces them to become hyper-vigilant and heavily prepared for your future attacks. You can't threaten people. You have to act. They provoke preemptive strikes. We know about what all of that is. They generate intense hatred. Bluster and insults stir up deep resentment and a fierce desire for revenge without actually taking away the enemy's capacity to inflict harm on you. The Machiavelli rule: destroy, don't threaten. Zelda, don't threaten. Machiavelli's core principle regarding conflict is that force must be absolute and immediate, never broadcasting in advance. It's an analysis. He believed that if violence or injury must be done to an enemy, it should be so severe and decisive that it completely neutralizes the ability for them to retaliate. So threats, verbal threats, are absolutely an empty thing. Absolute and immediate. No warning. You see how I'm moving, Sheikh? I've never threatened anybody. I've never told anybody I'm out of favor with them. You can't. You can suppose whatever you like. Never would I threaten anybody, especially on YouTube. If you must hurt, you must annihilate. That is how Machiavelli lived. I agree with that. No threats. They're empty. A threat is empty. You don't threaten people. Niccolo viewed determination and decisive action as essential forces for seizing control. Okay. Action over inaction. Okay. He's talking about action over inaction. Niccolo Machiavelli viewed determination and decisive action as essential forces to seize control of one's destiny and overcoming unpredictable circumstances. Action over inaction. Machiavelli, calculating the risk. Machiavelli argued that all human actions carry risk. Yeah, it's a fact. Meaning prudence is not about avoiding danger, but calculating risks and acting decisively. Preference for boldness. Machiavelli famously favored the strength required to undertake bold actions over the passive strength needed to endure inaction. Timely execution. Machiavelli maintained that a wise person executes promptly what a fool delays or threatens until forced by circumstance, preventing opportunities from slipping away. Man, you got to be ready to go. Conquer it. Shaping destiny. Machiavelli believed that fate controls roughly half of human affairs, but humans, you got to blend the boldness, the skill, determination, and you have to be adaptable. It's a little rough, I guess. Taming fate. He used the famous metaphor that fortune is like a raging river. We spoke about this before. So Machiavelli's two messages today is acting versus being inactive and keeping threats out of your mouth because they absolutely go nowhere. A threat is just an empty promise. You cannot do it. It does not work. Threats are a waste of time. You actually become irrelevant when you make a threat versus action. You take action and you don't speak about it. You silently execute those that need executing. That's how it all works. So Machiavelli, I got to give you, Zelda, I got to go with two good messages this morning from Niccolo Machiavelli. I'm going to co-sign the teachings this morning. Anybody else co-sign these teachings? Give me a thumbs up if you do. Hello there, Silo. Great to see you. Hope everything is well with you, sir. Hope you're all good. Yeah. Good to see you, Mr. Silo. Yeah. So we're going to co-sign today, huh? Oh, you are all going with a yes. Wow. Ching, ching, ching. Yes. Okay, hey teacher, be careful out there today. Hey teacher, today is the first day of the rest of your life. You make it something good. You understand me? All right, we got a couple of 3 bullet points to get down, and we are out of here. We're on for an hour and a half already. That is way, 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 way too long. Mint M&Ms. I can't go with this. The only mint I like is toothpaste and Listerine. That's it. I cannot eat mint chocolate chip ice cream. And I really don't know about these mint M&Ms. I'm not a big fan of this. Hey, teacher, did you go yet? Can you give me a second? Hey, teacher? And Osada, are you here? Are you here? Hey, teacher, can you give me 1 more minute if you didn't leave? If you did leave, what can I say? Huh? What can I say? She left already. I wanted to tell her something. Yes. Oh, I am a YouTube feature. Interesting. Huh. I am a YouTube feature this morning, it looks like. Very nice. Huh. I got it. I got it. You're here. Okay, before you go, hey, teacher, what is my number 1 favorite group? This is a quiz for Hey Teacher. What is the number 1 group that I followed that I can't get out of my brain? Come on, you got to tell me, Hey Teacher. You got this one. This is a quiz for you. Shall I repeat the question? What group spotlight had the most impact on me? That really just got me good. Which one was it? Come on, come on. Come on, you got it. You're one of them. I feel like you're one of them. There you go, girl. Okay, the Shangri-Las. This came through my feed this morning on my phone. Leader of the Pack was named. Hit number 1 in 1964 was featured in Goodfellas and ranked as one of the greatest songs of all time. How do you like that? The Leader of the Pack. This is one of the greatest songs of all time. I love it. This group, I have a real soft spot for this group of girls. I got to tell you, let's get a couple of bars before Hey Teacher leaves us. And she knew exactly what I was talking about.
Is she really going out with him? Well, there she is. Let's ask her. Betty, is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing? Mm-hmm. Gee, it must be great riding with him. Is he picking you up after school today? By the way, where'd you meet him? I met him at the candy store. Turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture? Yes, we see. That's when I fell for leader of the pack. My folks were always putting him down. They said he came from the wrong side of town. They told me he was bad, but I knew he was sad. That's why I fell for leader of the pack. One day my dad said to find someone new. I had to tell my dimly with her. He was there that you gotta go find somebody new. He stood there and asked me why, but all I could do was cry. I'm sorry I hurt
Amazing.
you, leader of the pack.
Amazing. Ay, ay, ay.
So small, and kissing at the back. The tears were beginning to show. As he drove away on that rainy night, I begged him to go slow. What he heard, I'll never know. Look out, look out, look out, look out! I felt so helpless, what could I do? Remember remembering all the things we've been through. In school they all stop and stare. I can't have a chance.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
Wow.
I'll never forget him, the leader of the.
Unbelievable. Wow. That just has such an effect on me. They were high school girls. They were high school girls. Now, I want to talk about their hair for a minute. I think Johnny put the hair. Okay, we got something going on here. So anyway, that was named the first song. She was beloved by Bruce Springsteen. This group has a profound effect on me, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I don't know what to tell you. This group really gets me. Long hair is back, says Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Long hair is back in style. For me, long hair never went out. I'm a long-haired guy. I like long hair. I don't think I've ever been with somebody that has short hair. I don't think I've ever been with anybody that has short hair. Now, I might have been with somebody that wore a wig, but that was just one of those nights, and she had a wig on, and we're not going to talk about that night. I had a crazy night. The wig went sideways. It was a disaster. We're not going to, that's for OnlyFans. We're not going to get into this one. This was the one time that I had no idea she had a wig on. No idea she had a wig on. She was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I met her at the place, and then did that, and let's go have a do. Before you know it, her wig turned, and I don't know which direction I was going in, and it was just a night of whatever you want to call it, libations and situations. She was gorgeous. I had no idea she didn't really have long hair. I thought it was her hair, and when the wig twisted during some activities, you get the picture. The wig moved a little bit. It was a little off center. What do you want me to tell you? It got to that point. That's for the OnlyFans channel. I can't talk about that here. No. Oh, what a night. Late December, back in probably 1996-ish. I'm a long hair. Anyway, to be honest, I'm just a long hair guy. Grateful, what do you want me to tell you? I'm a long hair type of guy. So long hair is back, says Sandra Bullock, whatever her name is, and Nicole Kidman. For me, quite honestly, long hair never went out because it's what I defer to. Bruce Springsteen. Somebody mentioned Bruce Springsteen over here. I think it was Hey Teacher. Oh, Joey Pope from Hell's Kitchen, New York is here. I'm going to say Bruce Springsteen, that's the word. I can't say it, but I think that is the word. I don't know how to pronounce this. Debauchery, whatever you want to call my nights in those days. Debauchery, okay? Whatever you want to call it. I got to go. We got to do a members only with the, you know what? We're going to do members only for this type of conversation. And we can talk about all kinds of shenanigans. We'll do it on members only. Debauchery. Thank you. Hey Teacher, he knows how to spell it for me to pronounce it. Johnny knows my language. Thank you, Gianni Catalano. So Bruce showed up at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park last week. He got on stage. It was a beautiful moment. In Asbury Park, the Stone Pony has a beach bar. Not sure many of you know this, but Asbury Park, right on the beach, where Little Stevie and Bruce Springsteen got their start, they put a beach bar out there for summer concerts, and Bruce Springsteen showed up on Friday night and he sang Jersey Girl, and it went over really quite well. It was really good. So Bruce showed up. I think we're going to wrap it up on that. We've been on long enough over here. We're on 1 hour and 40 minutes. I got a couple of more Vito Genovese clips, and we're going to get out of here. After we show a couple of Vito Genovese clips, we're going to get out of here. And as always, I want to thank you, Mob Facts, for giving us these videos. Here we go. Vito Genovese.
Deaths, murder, do you suppose you are directly responsible for?
I respectfully decline to answer on the grounds that my answer may sound incriminating.
He plays the fifth. Let's see what else we got for Vito Genovese. What is this here? What is this here? Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go.
Is it true that you're the head of the mafia in this country?
It is not the truth.
Well, sir, have you ever been connected with the mafia at any time?
Never.
What about the government's charge that you're the right man, that you're the #1 man in this narcotics business?
The charges are fantastic and ridiculous.
Do you think
That's what they are.
And have you ever known anyone in the narcotics racket? Have you known
I
anyone?
never did.
Have you ever known anyone in the underworld?
The whole thing is ridiculous.
Is it true that you're the head of the mafia in this country?
It is not.
Wow. Joseph is not you're not a fan, huh? Some people are, some people are not. Some people are, and some people are not. So we did Don Vito today. I enjoyed doing Don Vito. Some facts, but you know.
Genovese, allegedly one of the most powerful underworld figures in the country, died today of heart failure at a federal penitentiary in Missouri. Genovese was 71 and had been serving a 15-year term for narcotic smuggling. Genovese's influence supposedly was such that he continued to run the New York Mafia from prison.
Hey, fellas.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. That's the year I was born. That's 69. He died in 1969 on Valentine's Day. Is that his wife right there? See, we got footage from 1969. It's unbelievable. Look at the footage they got. Mob Facts, you are incredible. Look at the woman back then, man. Unbelievable. Look at these cars, Johnny. Look at these Cadillacs. They were a block long. Huh, the mailman. The mailman. Huh. The mailman. What? Well, there you go. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Listen, Mob Facts, thank you for always allowing us to share your content. We do appreciate the mailman walking up to the door. I can't. I'm done. Okay, Brooklyn, you have a great day. It's Sunday. You know that means a lot in our world, Brooklyn. You know that. Sunday is a big day in our world. The mailman. What car? So he died on Valentine's Day, 1969. Interesting. Interesting. The year I was born. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. What is this here? We did that already. We did that already. We're done with that. We touched on the whole situation today. But we did an hour and 45 minutes. On Sunday, we went on late. That's where we're at. Okay, so listen to me, you guys. There's a good chance that these shows get blocked 17 days after you were born. There's a good chance that some of these shows do get blocked. It's just the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not going to change. It's just going to be that way. Who are we spotlighting tomorrow? And Delilah, hope you have a great day out there. Mike F is on the road, so we got Mike F traveling out. He's on the road. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Wind downs will resume. You love the Sunday show, Zelda? We stay on longer. There's no rush Saturday and Sunday. Well, yesterday I had to do a lot of things. So I was a quick show on Saturday. Sunday's a little longer. The Cosa Nostra conversations, again, I'm not a show. I don't pretend to be a content creator or anything like that. It's basically just coffee. Gianni, the wind downs are going to be more for after we close the pool and we get into the next season, which is basically happening now because right now, today, we're only 67 degrees. Now, if we want to go in the pool today, I can surely make the pool comfortable. We have a pool heater. You sent your formal request. I did see your comment. We'll get back to it. Tommy, what do you call this? I don't know what to call this. Well, you were traveling all summer. I didn't do many wind downs this summer. I spent some great quality time this summer with people, Johnny. I met a lot of people doing a lot of things. You know, I was all over the place. I was in a lot of places this summer. What do you call if we don't call this a show? You can call it a show, just you can't really label me a true content creator, a true show host, because I don't host others. All this is basically is coffee talk. It's coffee, Zelda. I just, that's what it is. Yeah, I did a lot of great stuff this summer. Johnny, I gave Charlie the summer of his life. We thought we had last summer as the end for Charlie. Can you imagine what this man came through? You run the Digital Social Club. Can you imagine the year that I gave Charlie? Last night we had him out with us for dinner. A group of 10, and I took Charlie. I took Charlie with me last night. We let him have a glass of wine. He had decaf espresso. Friday night, I took him to a lakefront pizzeria on a lake. It looked like the lake from The Godfather. Charlie was watching boats come in and out. He said, this is the best day of the year for me. He had some nice peas. He had a little clams oreganade. This is a man with stomach cancer who survived 8 intense doses of radiation. Yeah. There was Lake Mohawk there's an exclusive country club there that's like a boardwalk. And anyway, tomorrow I'm taking him to the beach. Rain or shine, I'm taking him to the beach tomorrow. So my summer was occupied with quality life. We took him to Wildwood. I had to go to Wildwood. We didn't have a trip planned. I said, let's do this. Let's book this. Let's get to Wildwood. And I got him down to Wildwood. He saw the beach. He saw the boardwalk. He saw his grandchildren on rides. Great grandchildren on rides. Did you hear what I said? Great grandchildren. So Charlie is coasting through. He's tired today. We had him out for 2 or 3 days during the week. Hello. Charlie has seen the Belmont Tavern. Do you understand me? It's unbelievable what I do off of YouTube. Yeah. So I'm just trying to impact and other individuals, not just his, many other people's lives. And it's not just here with Charlie. There's other people that I've been fortunate enough to see. My car is a year old. My car is not a year old. 10,000 miles on it already. Because I go everywhere. That car has been, I'm just doing things, Joey Pope. Yeah. That's with the showstopper yesterday. I mean, right. That's another one. You know what I mean? Things like that. How cool was it that Charlie met Dindu? He met BK Skip. I made the guy's year. He had a beautiful year. I took him to see Bobby Valley. He loved it. He saw Bobby Valley singing. He was in his glory. He was loving it. So the point is this. I'm not that much on YouTube anymore other than my show. I'm really embracing all the qualities of life out there, the things that this world has to offer. Right? That's where I'm at. So that's what we're doing over here. So to call this a show, I'm going to say Johnny put it right. Lacey Silver, Johnny kind of put it right, a digital social club. Okay, I like it. So we are on actually the 242nd. Can we pull off another straight 365? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. I'm not sure, but we're going to wrap this one up. I had a great time with you guys this morning. Really, I had a great time with you guys this morning. Now, every Sunday, we go out with Speak Softly because it captures a lot of our culture here in my YouTube space. It really does. It really does. Yesterday, I went on live for about 5 minutes with a goal of connecting with some people. Yes, and I did connect with some people while I was on there. While I was on that live for 5 by the pool, whatever I was doing. And it worked. Yes. See, those vertical shows, they go out. You get good views on it. Do I really care about the views? I don't know. But let's see what our views got yesterday. Let's see what our views are for Saturday. Let's see what we got here. How did we do yesterday? We had yesterday, Casey and the Sunshine Band grabbed a nice 270 views. The 60s show on Friday grabbed a nice 366 views. What is this here? 800 views on the live about nothing yesterday. So we're getting pumped out there. We're getting some good views there, Gianni. Now, like I said, YouTube did change their format. Don't get a pumped up opinion of yourself that you are good when you get some higher than usual views, because YouTube has changed how they count your views. They're doing it now on a scroll and a stop. They're not doing it on 40 seconds anymore. They're doing it on a scroll and a stop. To really analyze that your views are meaningful, you have to go into the analytics of that show and see what the retention time was. That's where it's at. So we have this wonderful part of our platforms called the YouTube Studio. You go back in your YouTube Studio now. Someone might say, "Oh my God, she's got 800 views. He's got 1,000 views." Wait a minute. They changed the views to be like a TikTok sort of thing, where the views are automatic when you press on watch that show. You have to go into your analytics and view some of the background, retention time. How long did each individual stay? All of that is available to us. Yeah, Dr. Mark's in Italy right now, coming back. So, all right, as usual, on Sunday, we go out with Speak Softly by Sarah Collins. I'm going to get out of here. Tommy Stigs wishing you a blessed Sunday. Embrace all of the things that are in your life. And this YouTube has been nothing but remarkable. I am more appreciative. I am so appreciative of this platform more than you will ever know. Now, your space depends on the space that you are in. You could call this a swamp because you're in a swamp. You could call this a beautiful existence because you make what you watch and partake in a beautiful existence. You can label it a cesspool. I have done that. That also, Angelique, depends on the environment that you are in. I believe I might have been in quicksand for a while, and I powered through that quicksand or cesspool, so to speak, and have created really something that I'm kind of proud of over here. I will say, I have no embarrassment in my content, and it's been nothing but great. So listen, guys, Sarah Collins is going to take us out. Dr. Mark, Gianni Catalano, Lacey Silver, Angelique. Yes, yes, yes. Right there. Joey Pope coming in. Susie Q, Zelda. Let me keep going up here. Who do we got? Big Bones, thank you for stopping in. As always, your presence is a present. Bambi, thank you for being so vocal in the chat, adding to the content. You did add to the content this morning. Tony Silo, thanks for stopping in. Zelda's right there. Bill C, a pleasure to have you this morning. Susie Q is right there. Hey, teacher, always coming in strong. Thank you. Joey Pope's right there. Let me go up. Heavy Moth 27. Always a pleasure to have you at the social club. Joey P, thank you. Brooklyn. Brian Cavossier was here before. I'm trying to scroll up a little bit, guys. It takes a little time for it to do this. Susie right there. I don't think I missed. Yeah, I'm sure. Debauchery. That's a great one. Cody 3X, thank you for coming in. Triple X. Look at that, huh? Look at that. Wow. Grateful. I see you. I can't go up too far. It's not letting me go all the way. There you go. There we go. We got a little more. Polak was here in the beginning. Susie Q was right there again. Silo's up there. Silo, great content with Angel. Got to tell you. Silo, if you're still watching. Bill C, a pleasure. Silo, the private shows are very good. I do check in. I do watch. I am a member. So I do watch some of Angel's content. Again, you guys are on for 15 hours at a time. I just peek in. Il Gato, great to see you. I'm doing good. Hope that you are well, Il Gato. A pleasure to have you this morning. Yes, so you and Angel doing good stuff? I heard you say the other night this environment is cozy. It's comfortable. We don't have to worry about any of this garbage. Very nice. Good direction Angel took her channel in. Very good direction. Gianni, shut up. Somebody don't know that they gifted me memberships, you. Somebody that actually probably hates me gives me memberships. Can you imagine what I got going on, Gianni? You can't make it up. I had to get you laughing a little bit, Mr. G. Yeah, somebody that hates me. I got it. I'm like a lifetime member now. Oh my God. I don't watch. I peek in a little bit. It's not for me. It's hysterical. I can't. Only in Tommy Stig's world does this shit happen. Right? El Gato. Avangul. I gotta go, guys. Hey, listen, everybody. Start that bone. Thank you for stopping in. As always, your presence is, as I always say, your presence is a present. I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll post some shorts. I'm going to make a edited version from this show because this show was way too long. But Sarah Collins takes us out every Sunday with her version of Speak Softly. She done this by request for us here at the Social Club. This was actually a request from us, guys, and she did it for us. So thank you, Sarah. All right, I got to go. Ciao. For now.
Speak softly, love, and hold me warm against your heart. I feel your words, the tender, trembling moments start. Where in a world our very own, sharing a love that only few have ever known. Wine-colored days warmed by the sun, deep velvet nights when we are one. Speak softly, love, so no one hears us but the sky. The vows of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours, and all because came into my world with love so softly loved. Wine-colored days warmed by the sun, deep velvet nights when we are one. Speak softly, love, so no one hears us but the sky. The vows of love we make will live until we die. My life is yours,